Sisters and brothers, we continue walking with our Lord through the plain. We talked last week, sisters and brothers, how as we are reading for the last week, this week, next week, from the 6th chapter of the Gospel of Luke, how we call that in English, the Sermon on the Plain, the level ground, you see. To distinguish it from what we hear our Lord preach on the Mount in the Gospel of Matthew. And then, as we talked about last week, sisters and brothers, different biblical scholars will debate whether the Sermon on the Plain and the Sermon on the Mount are two different sermons or two different versions of the same sermon. And as I said last week, we're going to let the biblical scholars fight that one out. But sisters and brothers, our Lord's preaching on the plain is a difficult preaching. It's a difficult sermon. It's a difficult message. In fact, sisters and brothers, some might even say it's impossible. Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. The world tells us that's impossible. At the very least, the world tells us, influential voices in our culture tells us that's imprudent. They even tell us to live that way, the way Christ commands, is weakness. He tells us, give to everyone who asks of you. And I'm sure you know this, sisters and brothers, there are places in this country that's illegal. Giving to those who need, giving to the poor, giving to the homeless, giving to the downtrodden. There are places in this country, sisters and brothers, that'll get you locked up. But our Lord preaches, tells us, insists, give to everyone who asks of you. And from the one who takes what is yours, do not demand it back. Make no mistake, sisters and brothers, this is a difficult teaching. It sounds nice, but it's tough to do. In a week and a half, sisters and brothers, we start our... I'm not taking questions right now. You can ask me after Mass. I know you're just stretching your arms. The trick is to make it look easy. Right? Very good. It's good to have a server. You didn't know you were going to be my straight man. That's what they call that, you know? Future priest. A week and a half, sisters and brothers, we start our journey of Lent with Ash Wednesday. And I'm sure all of you have started, because I haven't started yet, to discern what our Lenten discipline should be. What is our fasting, What are we giving up? Where is our extra tithing going to be? What shape will our extra prayers take place? And listening to our Lord preach on the plain should move our hearts to tell us what our Lent should look like. Because, of course, Lent is a great season of penance. Because he pardons all our iniquities. He heals all our ills. The Lord's teaching on the plain is a difficult preaching. If you do good to those who do good to you, What credit is that to you? Huh. Even sinners do the same. As we prepare, sisters and brothers, in a week and a half, in the Eastern churches, they call it Great Lent. As we prepare our Lenten journey together, sisters and brothers, our Lord challenges us to be merciful, just as our Father is merciful. Because our Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and abounding in kindness. The Lord is compassionate and gracious, slow to anger, and rich in mercy. So that, sisters and brothers, as we enter Lent in a week and a half, we may carry out in word and deed that which is pleasing to you, confident that the Lord will reward each woman for her justice and faithfulness. The Lord will reward each man for his justice and faithfulness. Praise be Jesus Christ, now and forever.